Hello, my name is Valle. Studied at the Polytechnic University of Lázaro Cárdenas, chose the career of Engineering in Logistics and Transportation. Next I will read a chapter of the book of Pride and Prejudice. Okay. Chapter 1. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife, however little know the feelings or views of such a man may be on his first entering a neighbor. This truth is so well fixed in the minds of the surrounding families that he is considered the rightful property of some one or other of their daughters. My dear Mr. Bennet, said this lady to him one day, have you heard that Nayfield Paris led a lass? Mr. Bennet replied that he did not. But it is, returned she, for Mr. Long has just been here, and she told me all about it. Mr. Bennet made no answer. Do not want to know who has taken it? Cried his wife impatiently. You want to tell me, and I have no objection to hearing it. This was invitation enough. Why, my dear, you must know Mr. Long says that Nerfield is taken by a young man of large fortune from the north of England, that he came down on Monday in a chaise and four to see the place, and was so much delighted with it that he agreed with Mr. Morris immediately, that is his to take possession before mischance, and some of his servants are to be in the house by the end of next week. What is name? Bingo. He is married or single? Oh, single, my dear, to be sure. A single man of large fortune, 4 or 5 thousand a year. But a fine thing for our girls. How so? How can it affect them? My dear Mr. Bennet, replied his wife, how can you be so tiresome? You must know that I am thinking of is marrying one of them. Is the thing in settling here? The thing? Nonsense, eh? How can you tell so? But it is very likely that he may fall in love with one of them, and therefore you must visit him as soon as he comes. I see no occasion for that. You and the girls might go, or you might send them by themselves, which purpose will be still better, for as you are as handsome as any of them, Mr. Bringle may like you the best of the party. My dear, you flatter me, I sincerely have had my share of beauty, but I do not pretend to be anything extraordinary now, when a woman has 5 grown-up daughters. She ought to give over thinking of her own beauty. In such case, a woman has not often much beauty to think of. But, my dear, you must indeed go and Mr. Bingle when he comes into the neighborhood. It is more than I engage for, I assure you. But consider your daughters. Only think what an establishment it could be for one of them. Senor William and Lady Lucas are determined to go, merely on that account, for in general, you know, They visit no newcomers. In that you must go, for it will be impossible for you to visit him if you do not. You are over scrupulous, surely. I dare say Mr. Bingle will be very glad to see you, and I will send a few by you to assure him of my hearty consent to his marrying whichever he chooses of the girls. Though I must throw in a good word for my little Lizzie. I desire you will do no such thing. Lizzie is not a bit better than the others, and I am assured she is not all so handsome as Jane, nor half so good-humored as Lydia. But you are always giving her the preference. They have none of them much to recommend, replied he. They are all silly and ignorant like other girls, but Lizzie has sometimes more of quickness than her sisters.